life, the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture are like a tree without roots.
Hollywood darling, Reno Walker. And I hear she's on the way to Hollywood to sing your song. Now, there's enough room in our hearts for both of you talented young ladies. Ethel, we'll never forget you and we'll never forget you. And Lena, we love you too, darling. United we stand. Well, take the time. That's all we have this evening. Let's cut it up, shall we? Well then, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that soul. Don't mean a thing, all you gotta do is swing. There's no difference in it, sweet or hot. Just give that little everything you got. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Let's bring all these cat cats out and sing it now. One of these that is too big.
But I got baby saying when they invite us home or not. Then, I went off and got married to a white man. Don't tell nobody, I'm always against that. But I told him, if you like it, you better put a ring on it. MGM didn't know what to do with me. They said, what do you mean you won't play a maid? I mean, I won't play a maid. They didn't much like my friends either. And in the irony of all ironies, this black woman that Hollywood wanted to pass for white got blacklisted and called a communist. It was in all the papers. I guess I was black and white and red all over. So they canceled my contract at MGM. All I've got to say is that nobody, black or white, can afford to stand aside now. We've all got to stand up and be counted. There's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather.
And even though we danced and we sang and we kept our sense of humor through it all, it was tough. The Jim Crow laws that encouraged segregation and racism and the lynchings were the worst. 4,743 lynchings in the United States. Mississippi came in first with 581. Georgia was second with 531, and Texas was third, 493 there.
Once upon a time in America. Thy strange fruit. Southern trees bear a strange fruit, blood on the leaves and blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. Strange fruit hanging from the poplar tree. Pastoral scenes from the gallant south, the golden eyes and the twisted mouth, scented magnolia, sweet and fresh. Then the sudden smell of burning flesh. What a strange fruit! Here is a fruit for the crows to pluck, for the rain to gather, for the wind to start, for the sun to rise, for the tree to dry.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
Democracy will not come today, this year, nor ever through compromise and fear. You see, I have as much right as the next fellow down on my 2 feet and on this land. I tire so of hearing seed planted in a great need. I mean, I live here too. I want freedom. Justice.
What do we want? Freedom! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Freedom! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Freedom! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Freedom! When do we want it? Now!
Civil wrongs to civil rights. The decade of the 60s, uptight and out of sight, challenged us to organize and unite. Protest movements nationwide, Nelson Mandela's anti-apartheid, Malcolm X's advocacy, Martin Luther King Jr.'s part with Gandhi. With strength and resilience, the time has arrived to keep on pushing, to keep hope alive. Our struggle, our glory, our story continues and survives.
You know, in the late 19th and early 20th century, state governments, because they were mad at the federal government, passed a whole series of Jim Crow laws that mandated separate everything. Can you imagine having a separate drinking water fountain, a separate toilet? It was yet another horrible period in our history, but we've been through, of course, with our strong leaders and our music and our dance. What is our motto?
If you can walk, you can dance. If you can talk, you can sing.
That is the way we do our thing. Our music and our dance forever change this land. Uptight, everything is alright. Uptight, clean outside. Uptight, everything is alright. Ooh!
I know them. That's that piece.
Oh my goodness! That is Stevie Wonder! It is the music of our movement. It is Motown, the music of our soul. What do we want?
They don't leave me, oh, please don't leave me all by myself.
mission to lead the parade. Don't give up. Keep feeling the need for being first. But I want you to be first in love. I want you to be first in moral excellence. I want you to be first in generosity. That's what I want you to do.
Why did we learn it from radio school?
Well, that's a really good question. Why didn't you learn this from the radio school?
There's too much fighting for me. Why are we fighting? What are the Emancipation Proclamation? The 14th and the 15th Amendment is just doing the right thing.
Well, now that's another really, really good question. I guess I would just tell you kids that sometimes, even though it doesn't seem right, sometimes you have to fight to get people to do the right thing. Sometimes it's with words, and sometimes it's not.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm only going to talk to you just for a minute or so this evening because I have some very sad news for all of you. Could you lower those signs, please? I have some very sad news for all of you, and I think sad news for all of our fellow citizens and people who love peace all over the world. And that is that Martin Luther King was shot and was killed tonight. Remember?
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because
it, well, almost. I can't wait to go to college so I can stay up all night and hang out with my friends, right?
Yeah! Oh, to be young again. I am glad you guys are free too. You know, all that we've been learning about this summer worked really hard so that you guys could be free. And you are the living proof of all that work. And I gotta tell you, Kai and Kimara, that one day you are gonna understand what your mama was trying to tell you. Trust me.
I told her she might learn something at the museum about her history. Can't tell me that.
Girl, that woman right there is a down sister. She cut the lights into his muse when he broke the Negro mother. You better recognize. I am the dark girl that crossed the wide sea, carrying in my body the seed of the free. I am the one that labored as a slave, beaten and mistreated for the work that I gave. 300 years in the deepest South. But God, He put a prayer and a song in my mouth. God put a dream like steel in my soul. And now, through my children, I'm reaching that goal.
I couldn't read then. I couldn't write. I had nothing back there in the night. Sometimes the valley was filled with tears, but I kept trudging through those lonely years. I nourished a dream that nothing could smother. Deep in my breast, the Negro mother. Remember my years, heavy with sorrow, but make of those years a torch for tomorrow.
Make of my past a road to light, out of the darkness, the ignorance and night. Believe in the right, let none push you back, but march ever forward, breaking down bars. For I will be with you till no white brother dares to keep down the children of the Negro mother. See, Mom, you think I don't know, but I listen.
I love you so much. So much.
got to learn how to smile. Now I'm gonna talk to my people about the storm. You know about the storm. Oh, I'm so glad the worst is over. I can start flying now. Ooh, my best days are right in front of me, and I'm almost there. 'Cause now I'm free. Oh, oh, oh. Anything you say to me, anything you do, you can't deny the truth. Now I know living through. So many don't survive. They just don't make it through. But look at me. I'm living through. I know where I'm going. Hey, 'cause I know where I live. Oh, I'm gonna feel stars and showing. I'm gonna stay strong, keep growing. Just believe in how we are. Anything you say to me, anything you do, you can't deny the truth. 'Cause I know the truth. But I'm ready. I'm ready. We're ready. Nothing's gonna hold us back. No, nothing. And you know, when I look at your faces, I remember everything that my mother taught me when I was little, just like you. And she said that nothing can ever hold us back. And all these stories that we've been learning about this summer from the big book of stories lets me know that it's not the end. It's really just the beginning. And there are many more chapters to be written, and you are going to do it. Are you guys ready to start the tour? Yeah! Let's do it.
Welcome to the African American Museum. I'm so glad to see y'all here today. Aren't y'all glad to be here? Yes. Now, I know I've already given you all programs, but we have a special gift for you. It's a bookmark with a quote from Marcus Garvey that says, "The people who lack the knowledge of their history, past origin, and culture are like a tree without roots." Pass these out to me, baby. Make yourself easy. Now, we hope that you all are going to keep this with you always. Put it in your pocket. Do it now. Now, of course, we cannot tell y'all everything about African American history in one visit. Is it possible? But we'd like to highlight some of the firsts in history. So, after our visit to the Hall of Fame exhibit, we're going to participate in a ceremony to honor our ancestors that helped pave the way for us to be here today. Did all y'all remember your pictures? Flash your memory, flash your memory. All right. So, on behalf of the staff of the African American Museum, welcome to our history of firsts.
All right.
Crispus Attucks, the first man to give his life for freedom at the Boston Massacre in 1773 in the United States Revolution.
There's Phyllis Wheatley, former slave and friend of President George Washington. Phyllis Wheatley was the first African American to have a book published and became so popular that she earned her freedom from slavery.
Like those dry clean only fabrics, Thomas Jennings was the first African American to hold a patent on the dry cleaning process.
Twilight is much more than a vampire series. It's also even the first African American to earn a college degree and the first African American to work in state government.
Wow. Alexander told me that.
Feeling a little under the weather? Well, we have doctors in the house. Dr. James McHugh Smith and Dr. David J. Peck were the first African American medical doctors.
And one of the first non-medical PhDs, W.E.B. Du Bois, the first African American to earn a doctorate degree at Harvard University.
And the next time we go.
That is, when you're old enough, remember that Thomas Monkey Peterson was the first African American to vote in an election after the 15th Amendment was passed, which granted all men the right to vote.
Let's meet two of the first real famous. Miss Marian Anderson, first to appear at the Metropolitan Opera, and Miss Leo T. Price, first to appear in the telecast of an opera. And no, we can't forget, Michael Jackson keeps the real fall with the Thriller, the #1 best-selling album of all time. I got that CD.
T.J. Walker was one of the first African Americans to have a whole lot of money to put in a bank. Mal made her money off beauty products, making her the first African American millionaire.
And joining us in the first athletic hall of fame in the 1900s, that's George Poach, first African American to participate in one medal in the Olympics.
Tennis, anyone? First African American Wimbledon champion Althea Gibson, and following in her footsteps, Arthur Ashe and Serena Williams. And no, we do not forget Venus Williams, the first in her race to become the #1 tennis player in the world. Can't beat us in the field of entertainment or beauty. Remember, our music and our dance forever changed this land.
The first African American founded a classical training school in company and ballet, Arthur Mitchell. And we can't forget Captain Dunham.
And Alvin Ailey, as well as Donald McKenna.
I know not no babies.
Hattie McDaniel wins the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress from Gone with the Wind.
Do you remember Beulah? Ethel Waters played her first ever television sitcom with a black female star. And years later, Diane Carroll was the first African American nominated for an Emmy for Best Actress. Carmen Jones was a beauty for sure. In 1954, Dorothy Dandridge was the first African American to be nominated for the Academy Awards Best Actress. And she ain't no monster by any means. Halle Berry was the first African American to win the Academy Awards. She thanked Hattie and Brooklyn for the privilege. Spicing up the big screen with his harsh but lovable male-made self, Louis Gossett Jr. took home the first honors for Best Actor. And behind the scenes, directing it all, John Singleton was the first to be nominated Best Director in the movie Boys in the Hood. My mother loves Sidney Poitier, who actually helped pave the way since he was the first black man to win an Academy Award for the film Lilies in the Field in 1963.
I got a question for you, brother. Can you tell me who won the first Grammys in the first year of the Grammys, 1959?
That's easy, man. Count Basie and Ella Fitzgerald.
It's only a paper. It's only a paper.
It's only a paper moon, but Nat King Cole on the top of the Billboard charts.
And you've heard of Warren Buffett, but what about Maggie Walker, the first African-American woman to found and become president of a bank located in Richmond, Virginia?
Okay, a quiz. Can anyone tell me who was the first African-American elected to the House of Representatives? This person also ran for president and won a U.S. primary.
Was it Shirley Chisholm?
You're absolutely right. Stand up and salute Colin Powell, the first African-American chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. And drum roll, please. The first African-American president of the United States.
And we can't forget our New Mexico first.
And don't forget about me, the first black hired in the governor's office in the state of New Mexico under Governor David Cargo.
And you know about the Buffalo Soldier.
Fighting for survival.
ask you to hold up the photos of your ancestors you wish to honor. And at the appropriate time, we will ask you to speak their names out loud as we bring them into our circle.
An African proverb says that a people who lack the knowledge of their history are like a tree without roots. So in the spirit of remembrance, we pour this libation.
We pour to honor the past, that we may learn from it. We pour to honor the importance of family. We raise our cup to show our reverence for the original source of our lives.
We use cool water to freshen the road our ancestors traveled to be with us here today. We use cool water as a symbol of the continuity of life, to purify and nourish our souls.
It is said that through others we are somebody. We call upon our mothers, grandmothers, and great-grandmothers, our fathers, grandfathers, and great-grandfathers. The foundations of our families immortalized in our thoughts.
We call upon our elders, whose wisdom we seek in all our endeavors. Our friends, whom we are so blessed to have in our lives. And our parents, who guide us on the road to adulthood. That's right.
We call upon those who have passed over and could not be here with us today. We ask that they be with us in our thoughts. And now, we cast our libation to the north. We cast our libation to the south. We cast our libation to the west. We cast our libation to the east.
We call upon the members of this audience tonight that they may always be happy, find joy and love all the days of their lives.
And would you say the names out loud, please, of your ancestors? We wish all to leave more blessed than when they came, and so it is.
Like a comet blazing across the evening sky. Oh, gone too soon. Like a rainbow fading in the twinkling of an eye. Gone too soon. Shining and sparkling and splendidly bright, here one day and gone one night. Like the loss of sunlight on a cloudy afternoon. Gone too soon. like the loss of sunlight with the dying of the moon. Gone too soon. Gone too soon. Gone too soon. Gone too soon.
That is all we have time for this year. We have so
nimwe kumbolewa, nimwe kumbolewa, nada unya kum Yesu, nada unya kum Yesu, nimwe kumbolewa, nimwe kumbolewa, nimwe kumbolewa, nada unya kum Yesu, nada unya kum Yesu, nimwe kumbolewa, nimwe kumbolewa, nimwe kumbolewa, nada unya kum Yesu, nada unya kum Yesu, nimwe kumbolewa.
our relatives came from West Africa.
My grandma's from New Orleans. I love it when she comes to visit.
Yes, Kamara, we're all spread out now. But over 300 years ago, people from all strange lands came and snatched us away from our home.
Hey, that's not good. Hey, I really like that someone came to my house and took me away. What's up with that?
Yeah. Andrew, did you learn the first part of that poem that I gave you?